thank the gentleman for yielding and congratulate the authors of this important legislation on their efforts. Mr. Speaker, things happen in our country for reasons. There is a reason why the wealthiest 1% of our population now owns more wealth than the bottom 90%. There is a reason that at a time we have seen a growth in billionaires and millionaires and seen the richest people become richer. We have also seen 2 million Americans sleep out on the street, 5 million children go hungry, and tens of millions of Americans lacking health care and other basic necessities of life. Now, one of the reasons why these occurrences take place is that to a very large degree, poor people and working people have very little impact on the political process. The facts are very clear. The overwhelming majority of poor people do not vote. They are overwhelmed by the problems of their daily lives. They don't understand what government does, if government does anything for them. Working people in many instances don't vote. But on the other hand, the people who have the money do vote. The people who have the money do make contributions to candidates of their choice who end up representing them. Now, I don't think that the motor voter bill is going to change the world. But what it will do is simplify the election registration process and make it easier for poor people and working people to participate. It is right that when you walk in and get your driver's license, you should be able to sign up to vote. And it is right that when you want, you should have the opportunity to register by postcard. The fact of the matter is, and nobody in this institution should be happy about it, the United States has the dubious distinction of having the lowest rate of voter turnout in the industrialized world. We thought we did very well in the recent presidential election. 55% of the people came out. That means that 45% of American citizens did not come out to vote. There are members of the Congress who are elected by 25 or 30%, 35% of their constituencies. Now, my own view is that we will not be able to change priorities in this country. We will not begin to be able to make government responsive to the needs of the people until the people themselves participate. The poor people have got to come out and vote and stand up and fight for their rights and their kids, and so do working people. We cannot continue a situation where the wealthy dominate the political scene. So I strongly applaud the authors of this legislation. It is long overdue. We are just now beginning to catch up with the rest of the industrialized world. I urge full support for this legislation, and let us have the goal that when the next presidential election comes about, we will not have 55% of our people voting, but 80% of our people voting. People are prepared to stand up, fight for their lives, and change the priorities of this country. Thank you very much.
Gentleman's time has expired.